Hello there. Today I'll be changing suspension heights in my L322 from 2003. For that I'll be using INPA software, and this method applies to every L322 from the BMW era.
So I measured the distance from the wheel arches to the bottom edge of the wheel rims on all four corners of the car. Since my goal was to set everything back to factory height, I compared my measurements with a document containing factory right heights that I found online. Next, I plugged INPA to the car using K+DCAN cable, started the car and closed all of the doors. This last thing is important. After launching INPA, I checked that the software correctly detected the ignition as being on. To communicate with the car, I selected the BMW E53 model. Forgive me for using Polish translation of the software. I understand it better than German. On the next steps, everything will be written in English. Now you can follow my steps, but remember to first watch the video because there is one tricky thing that may or may not happen to you. Go to the fourth option that I guess in English will be labeled as chassis, then 2-axle air suspension or something like that. It should be fourth option as well. Ignore all of the errors because what could possibly go wrong here, and you will see suspension menu. Go to activate or press F6, then go to calibrate height or press F5. I do not guarantee that in your version of INPA these options will be under the same buttons. Then go to calibrate under F1 and proceed with the instructions on the screen. Important note, if you want to go up, use negative values. I don't know why, maybe just my car, but it's a Land Rover, I don't expect any logic here. And here comes the tricky part. If nothing happens and you see stopped in the bottom left corner of the screen, then you're dealing with the same problem I struggled with for quite some time. Eventually, I found out that before doing the calibration, the ECU needs to be reset. So let me show you how to do it. Go to the suspension main menu, go to memory or press F7 and do the ECU reset. Then go back and do the calibration again. This time it should work. Once the car adjusted its heights, I went around and checked each corner to make sure everything was correct. I tested the suspension in several height modes and made few additional corrections. Eventually, I ended up with the correct factory right heights. Quick tip, you can trigger suspension heights from INPA, you don't need to get into the car to do it with the dash controls. And last note, my heights before calibration were pretty all over the place because I was experimenting before making this video. But after that, I just wanted to go back to the factory settings. Thanks for watching, bye bye.